So I'm gonna make a little video of the mods I have done to my 2016 Yamaha FZ07. We'll start off with I did the TST Industries taillight LED and the TST Industry fender eliminator kit. Got rid of the big ugly blinkers. I'll show you what it looks like with a blinker on. Nice orange LED with a fur blinker. You got the nice LED running lights for the license plate light. And it also, you can set up different modes for it to flash when you hit the brakes and it starts, or you can make it like pulsate whenever you hit the brakes. It's really nice. It's a nice safety feature as well. I also got a new back tire because the original tire that came on the bike, it was good for cruising and just like your daily highway street use, but I live in West Virginia and there's a lot of back roads and a lot of nice corners and twisties, so I went with the Pirelli Diablo Rossa 3. A really nice tire, really nice and sticky once it gets all nice and warmed up, and it does okay in the rain, but I wouldn't recommend it. I don't really ride in the rain. I try not to stay out of the rain, but I do try to ride as much as I can, no matter how warm it is outside. As long as there's sun, I'm not worried about it. So next we have the TST Industries slider. It also serves as a lifting point for the rear stands to go onto. It's nice, but it's not, because these don't come with the little pegs for the track stands, so you gotta get these, but then you gotta find one that's wide enough. So it was kind of a pain in the butt to find a stand that was wide enough for it, but I mean, I found one, so it's okay. Next we have the M4 exhaust. It's a slip-on. You just gotta cut it right here, and it just legit slips right on. Plug in your O2 sensor, mounts up to the same points and everything. Here's what it sounds like. It's a really nice exhaust. It's my favorite. It's my favorite because it was cheap, and I think it sounds the best. It's louder and it has a more crisp bark to it than like the Yoshimura or the Arrow or whatever else there is out there. It was my favorite for the sounds. Next we have, this is a Shogun frame slider. I went with Shogun because they're just a better puck, and they deteriorate better if you do happen to lay the bike down, instead of getting caught on something and then kicking you back up. A little note is, whenever you put them in, they replace your motor mount bolts that go through here, so you gotta be careful. You gotta do one at a time, and whenever you put it in there, you gotta retorque it. So you gotta look up the specs in your manual. I think it was like 110 foot-pounds of torque, but yeah, it wasn't that hard to do. I put a block of wood on the motor so it wouldn't fall down whenever I did it. Another thing I did was a RAM mount for my phone. Would highly recommend this. So nice if you go to like the big city and you don't know where you're at, or you just put your phone up there, put it on GPS, and just call it a day. You don't have to worry about it. Also got these are just some cheapo Amazon levers. I don't know, I like them because they're adjustable and they're cheap. Also got this little Amazon mirror, because the original ones that come on, so big and bulky, they just look so dumb. And I just put a little piece of electrical tape on the holes so the water wouldn't get down in there and rust them out in case I ever do want to put them back on for whatever reason. Also got a little battery tender connector here. It's nice because it gets cold for quite some time, and just put it on the battery tender, let it go. Also got LED front headlight, super nice. Makes a world of difference when you're riding at night. I also got these LED front turn signals. They're smoked, but don't let that fool you. They are still nice and bright. They're actually really nice and bright, and you can see a whole lot with them. People know when you're turning. Yeah. I also got this little Amazon special windshield. I think it was like $27. It's aluminum. It's not really to protect you from the wind, like it doesn't do anything in that sense, but it does keep this cluster nice and clean looking, because when I first got the bike I didn't like how you could see all that, and this kind of tidies the bike up, and I just think it's a nice touch to it. What else did I do? Oh, I had the little Disney princess horn, little meme. Oh, and just a little Amazon radiator cover, because this front fender doesn't do a very good job of keeping the rocks down, and it was just constantly getting, the radiator was just constantly getting pelted by rocks and sand and whatever grit's always on the roads here. So that's a nice touch, and it does look okay. It's not too flashy or blingy or anything. Guard. But yeah, this is just an outstanding bike. Love it. Would recommend this to anyone. Young, old, beginner, experienced, doesn't matter. Great bike.